You think you're unmotivated. You tell yourself that. I just don't feel like doing anything. I don't have the drive. I can't stay consistent. But that's not the truth. You're not unmotivated. You're lost. There's a difference. Because motivation doesn't disappear for no reason. It fades when you don't know where you're going. When there's no target, no direction, no purpose. Of course you won't move. Why would you? There was a man dropped into the middle of a desert. Endless sand. No signs. No map. No destination. Just emptiness. He tried walking. But after a while, he stopped. Not because he was weak. Because he didn't know where to go. Every step felt pointless. Every direction felt the same. So he sat down. That's you. You're in motion sometimes. But most of the time, you're stuck. Not because you lack energy. Because you lack direction. You wake up with no clear target. No mission. No reason to push. So you drift. Scroll. Consume. Waste time. Then at night, you feel guilty. Because you know you could have done more. But the next day? Same cycle. Because nothing changed. Direction is what creates motivation. Not the other way around. There was a young man who felt exactly like you. No energy. No discipline. No consistency. He thought he was lazy. Until one day, he found something. A goal. Something that mattered to him. Something that pulled him. And suddenly, everything changed. He woke up earlier. Worked harder. Stayed consistent. Same person. Different direction. That's the power of clarity. It turns effort into obsession. It turns discipline into habit. It turns action into identity. But without it, everything feels heavy. Forced. Pointless. You keep trying to find motivation. Watching videos. Listening to speeches. Getting temporary energy. But it fades. Because motivation without direction is like fuel with no engine. Useless. You need something to aim at. Something clear. Something specific. Not I want to be successful. That's vague. That's empty. You need precision. There was an archer standing with a bow. No target. He pulled the string back. But where is he aiming? Nowhere. So every shot is random. Every effort is wasted. That's your life right now. You're putting in effort, but without direction. So nothing sticks. Nothing builds. Nothing compounds. Because you're not aiming. Once you have a target, everything changes. Your actions align. Your focus sharpens. Your energy has somewhere to go. That's when motivation shows up. Naturally. You don't force it. You don't chase it. It follows direction. But here's the truth. Finding direction isn't easy. It's not handed to you. You have to create it. And that requires something most people avoid. Thinking. Real thinking. Not scrolling. Not consuming. Sitting down and asking yourself hard questions. What do I actually want? What kind of life do I want to build? What am I willing to sacrifice for it? That's uncomfortable. Because it forces you to face reality. To be honest. To stop lying to yourself. But that's where direction is found. Not outside. Inside. There was a man who tried everything. Different paths. Different ideas. Nothing worked. Until he stopped chasing everything. And chose one thing. One direction. And committed to it. No distractions. No switching. Just focus. And over time, it worked. Not because it was perfect. Because he stayed. That's another problem you have. You don't stay. You start something. Then switch. Then start again. Then switch again. No direction. Just movement. And movement without direction is just wandering. You need to pick a lane. Not because it's guaranteed. Because it gives you something to aim at. You can adjust later. You can pivot. But you need a starting point. You need direction. And once you have it, you need to protect it. From distractions. From other people's opinions. From your own doubt. Because the moment you lose direction, you lose motivation again. There will be moments you feel lost. That's part of the process. But you don't stop. You don't drift. You recalibrate. You realign. You keep moving. Because direction isn't something you find once. It's something you maintain. Daily. Through action. Through focus. Through discipline. There's a version of you with clarity. With purpose. With direction. And that version doesn't struggle with motivation. Because they know where they're going. They know what they're building. They know why they're doing it. That's what you need to become. Not more motivated. More directed. More focused. More intentional. So stop chasing motivation. Stop blaming yourself. You're not lazy. You're just not clear. Fix that. And everything changes. Your energy. Your discipline. Your life. Because once you know where you're going, you'll do whatever it takes to get there. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I have direction and I execute with purpose. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will stop drifting and start building your life with clarity and focus.